What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with the final video of tonight. Your boy's a little tired, he covered the whole capture card Mageddon saga that happened today, and oh my lord, I kind of regret making my top 2022 worst moments of DSP because this may have been up there, but let's see how much drama occurs with this whole capture card drama for the rest of the week. So I've posted 2 videos and given my thoughts on how lazy and a procrastinator Phil is, and how he is responsible for everything that goes wrong in his life. And a lot of it is, it's stuff that it's avoidable stuff that he refuses to plan his life accordingly and to plan for possible issues like this. And no, he's too busy, wasting his money on WWE champions and Jin, and DMing, young people on Twitter and up all night, just doing his thing, versus being a serious person and actually, treating his business appropriately. And it's stuff like this that happens to him. So let's watch his daily rap to see what he has to say. Again, he'll probably just repeat everything that he stated before, but I'll be here to translate the pignosis.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 26th of December, 2022. Well, let me tell you guys, this year was a weird one for good and bad reasons. For as much awesome positive stuff has happened this year to me and to DSP Gaming, there's been an equal amount of crazy, zany nonsense. I think I've had more things break alone this year than I've ever had in the history of me being a content creator. That's 14 years. So earlier today, I'm back from Christmas. I'm feeling festive and fun. We do our final snow on the stream. Everything's going good, right? I'm excited. And I recapped my Christmas, how it went. Told you guys what a great day I had. Shouted out a bunch of stuff. Good stream in general. Talking about the future. Talking about all kinds of stuff. And I explained to everyone, man, this week, really my goal is to hunker down and to get as far as I can in the current playthroughs that we're doing. I need to finish God of War Ragnarok. We need to finish Pokemon Scarlet. We need to finish High on Life. We need to get through this stuff. Because if I do, the good news is we can do the Game of the Year awards. We can do the year-end series. And I can move on to new stuff. In fact, this morning on the Level 1 podcast, I posted up the threads in which you guys are going to be nominating and voting on games for the upcoming Viewer's Choice event. Right? We got that going. We got that started. And people are very excited. And already people are nominating. And I know it's going off to a good start. And it's like, all right, let's do this. We're out of Christmas. All the events are over. Let's hit the ground running. Let's get right into God of War. Let's start doing gameplay. And we did. Played for about an hour. We were still in that optional basin area. And we're doing good. I killed 2 different dragons. I fight another optional big dude. I don't know what he's called. He's a big sword or whatever. Some idiot. I beat him up, slap him around. And we're doing good. And we even get to the part where you need to save the guy who earlier in the story had fallen off of the flying boat. You find him and you save him and all of that. I'm like, wow, this is great. And then Jasper, my cat, sits on top of my capture device on the floor over there because it's warm and he likes warm things. And as he sits on it, it breaks. It just outright stops capturing video. It kept capturing audio, but it refused to capture video. OBS wouldn't even recognize it as a proper video capture device. It would show like red error messages when it went to like resolution and things. We tried for 90 minutes. We troubleshooted everything. We tried every cord, every wire. We actually replaced the USB. We replaced all the HDMIs. We restarted the PC multiple times. Nothing. We even tried another console. Nothing would work with this thing. So basically,
He tried everything except a new capture card, which he had 2 of them, both of them a 720p capture card, which he purchased when he bought this laptop, which should essentially work with the computer, whatever the hell he's connecting it to, right? Did he try that? No. And what was his reason for not trying it? It's not 1080p. So instead of check, because if he would have used the 720p and connected, he would have saw, oh, okay, yeah, it was my capture card that's mad. So he can rule out anything else. If he added that 720p capture card and it didn't work, then it's something bigger than just a capture card. But you would think he would do that legwork. No, what he ends up doing is he doesn't use that 720p card because he doesn't want 720p. He wants 1080p. Not thinking in his brain, saying to himself, this is just temporary. I can do 720p for the next couple days until that capture card from his friend comes in the mail. It's that simple. And if he would have put that 720p capture card in and it would have worked, then he knew it was the capture card. He could have told his friend, yep, it's the capture card, send it to me. If it didn't work, then we know it's a bigger problem, and then he wouldn't have that friend pay for shipping to ship this item to Phil. But yet again, Phil just can't think past level 1 with anything in his life.
You know, I knew this thing was on its way out because over the last 1 to 2 years, it got so touchy. There were times when I'd be like, oh, it's kind of cold in my office. Let me get up and open my window. And I get up and I go to the window, and then I come and sit down. Capture device malfunction. Like, what? I didn't touch it. It's on. I mean, yeah, there's a wire running across the floor. It's right there. I didn't touch it.
That's even damning right there. 1 to 2 years this has been happening, and he never realized and said to himself, hey, you know what? I should set aside $100 and get a new capture card. No, he just left it as is and waited for it to fully die before he did anything. So this is strictly all his fault for not planning appropriately and taking some additional steps to make sure that shit like this doesn't happen to him.
Capture device malfunction. Got to restart OBS to get it to work again. So this thing has had, you know, ongoing issues for a while. And I knew it was kind of on its way out. It sucks that now I have to kind of like, in the interim, you know, I want to get a new PC. I want to upgrade my whole setup. I can't right now. And it sucks that in the interim of all this happening, that I kind of have to get like a in-between replacement device. I only have Windows 8, so I'm limited on what I can use with it, although there are options out there. So anyway,
right there, that statement right there actually proves what I was saying all along. This whole night stream thing wasn't solutioning. This was to poo-poo on all of the options so that he can convince his dents that, hey, the only option here is we need a new PC. So let's dig in and donate and be positive and buy me that PC. And when it didn't happen, he was salty and then fell back to this backup plan of, oh, a friend of mine just emailed me and said he has the same exact capture card I have and he's going to send it to me, which I think is just utter bullshit.
The whole first stream was kind of shot. I only got an hour of gameplay in. So on tonight's night stream, I sat down with everyone for about 2 hours and we talked it out. And first thing that happened, some very generous fans contacted me and said, we have some capture devices that work with Windows 8, 8.1. I have 8.1, and we'd like to donate them. So immediately I said, yes, please, yes, let's do that. Absolutely. I would love to accept a donated capture device because then I have options. So I have one person who supposedly is overnighting me a capture device. That's a good one. It's another Avid Media. And who knows if it's coming on Wednesday, Thursday. You know, when you overnight this season, no guarantee it's going to come the next day, even when you pay for overnight. Maybe it'll come Thursday, Friday. But anyway, they're sending me one. And then I have another person who said they're going to contact me in the next day or two. They're doing business, or excuse me, holiday travel, and they'll be back and they'll talk to me about mailing another one. I say, hey, yes, I'll accept a backup. Why not? In the meantime, tonight, we went shopping on Amazon, and we found the most hilarious capture device, $78 capture device. This thing had 4 reviews. I'm not even kidding. This is basically what it said. Video smoothness and pictures are good. Worked well with Linux and Windows. Smoothness remained throughout use, and still recommend as clearness was very satisfactory. Like, I'm serious. Like, that was the review, and you're like, doesn't that sound really generic? It sounds like an AI wrote it, like a bot wrote it. And there's like 4 or 5 reviews for this thing. I'm like, I guarantee this thing's a piece of shit. The good thing is when you order things on Amazon, number one, I have Prime, no shipping cost, and it comes within a couple of days. That's number one. Number two, all right, this is the cool thing. I have a return center right near me. It's a local retail store called Kohl's. They take returns for free. All you gotta do is bring it with its shipping package, and you print out a label on Amazon, and you just walk it in. They take it right back. Within a day, you get your money back, because the processing center for returns is right near me too. So
I want you to let that sink in. This man who claims to always be poor, not have money, and need tips, that lives tips to tips, right? Actually just said that he spent money on 2 graphic cards. One of them, which had shitty reviews, not name brand, was terrible. I said, and he said he still bought it. Why? Because, I can always resend it back to Amazon and get my money back. Mind you, that's money that's out of his pocket. That's money out of his account that's not collecting interest, right? Secondly, what if you have an emergency and you need those funds? You're not going to get them right away, because it's going to take a day or two to get it shipped, and then by the time you ship it back, it takes a little bit to process. And lastly, aren't you the guy that talks about not having time to do anything? You're so busy. That's why you can't dedicate time to your business, your family, learning new things, right? Isn't that what you say, Phil? But yeah, you have the time to buy a capture card that you specifically just said right now it's crap. You have time to waste money and time to order something that's going to come in, and you know it's not going to work, and then you're going to have to you're going to spend this time printing out a label, which is more money because you got to pay for your ink. And secondly, you got to spend the time to take it to Kohl's and drop it off. So that's gas that you're wasting there. All because you think it's funny because of a review? And mind you didn't even buy 1, you bought 2. And again, you have 2 720p capture cards that look perfectly fine that will work with your system. But yet, and the thing that just pisses me off the most is that you have those 720p cards and you can just connect it to your PC, right? Just connect it to see if it works, to see if it is your capture card. And if it works, okay, I definitely know it's not anything else. It's not my laptop. It's not the ports. It's not the wires. It's the capture card. I replaced the capture card. It's working. So now I know all I need to focus on is buying a capture card. Do you think he does that? No. He has a friend ship him a capture card. He buys 2 more from Amazon and yet refuses to use any of the 2 that he has sitting in his hands right now, which takes him 5 minutes to plug in and check to see if it works. It's just mind-boggling, and this is the main reason. It's shit like this that just pisses me off when I watch Phil.
Basically, I could buy a couple capture devices to mess with them. They'll come later this week. If they're good, they're good. If they suck, they suck, and I return them if I don't want them, and there's no risk to me whatsoever, like nothing. So not only do I have one coming from a fan, I have another potential one possibly coming from someone else, and I bought 2 off of Amazon tonight. Okay, so I have like a lot of things to try. The catch is, don't know when they're coming. They definitely won't be here tomorrow. I'm off on Wednesday, so that really isn't a lost day regardless. They're probably not going to be here Thursday. I have maybe some luck. If this person does ship this device tomorrow, okay, maybe I'll have it by Thursday, in which case, great. But if not, there's potential I won't have any of these things till Friday at the earliest, and that's the first day I can really mess with them, and we can see if I can start doing gameplay again, okay? Anyway, support on the streams today was great. Despite the fact that I only did an hour of gameplay, the support was outstanding. So 0 complaints. Everyone was very supportive today. Now, you might say, well, what the hell are you going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow's your final streaming day of the week, but you have no games to play. You can't capture anything. Correct. But guess what? This is why it was very cool that I branched out this year. Seriously, I'm so happy that this year I just didn't play games, but we did different stuff. If you remember, we did a fun event during the summer called DSP's Closet Cleanout. And when I cleaned my closet out for several different streams, we found all of the old external storage hard drives that I used to store all my old videos on. We're talking over a decade of videos, okay? The cool thing about that is they're likely on those hard drives is content that's been lost to the internet that doesn't exist anywhere except on those hard drives. I'll give you some examples. Final Fantasy 13 playthrough. That was on its own channel on YouTube ages ago, lost to time because that channel was hacked and stolen and shut down. Okay? No one can watch that playthrough right now. But I might have it. I might still have it. Red Dead Redemption, the original run, Suicide Kings, the original run, and the original LA Noire playthrough as well.
Here's what's going to happen. He's going to go through those streams. He's not going to review them. He's just going to post them if he finds them. And I bet you any amount of money there's going to be insensitive commentary from our boy Phil. And I'll let you know. I'll be reviewing those videos. And if there is anything out there, I will be letting everyone know. Much like most of the detractor sphere.
So all these playthroughs from like 10 plus years ago that have been lost to time as over the years assholes did malicious things on the internet and screwed them up, I might have them. All I need is time, and now I actually have time because I can't play games. So tomorrow we're going to do a level 1 podcast in the morning, and then we're going to do a stream that I'm going to call DSP's Archives. We're going to go into the hard drive archives. I'm going to plug them in. We got, power adapter, USB. We're going to access them all, and we're going to see what the hell's on those hard drives, right? And we might have to go through a ton of them because remember, that's 10 years of footage. There's so many games I used to play. By the way, some of them might not work. They might be dead, in which case that sucks. What I'd like to do is if they work, I can label them. We'll probably watch back some of the videos because I think I can set up OBS to do a capture from the video playback software. If that doesn't work, at the worst, I can just set it up to do a screen capture, and I can play the video on my other monitor and just capture that monitor and put it on the stream. And then what I can do, I can be in the corner, kind of like reacting to my own stuff. We can do like a mini react event while I'm reacting to the old videos as we watch them back to see what they all are, right? Pretty cool. I think it's going to be a neat stream tomorrow. We'll have to see what we can find. What is on these hard drives? Is it all the old stuff? By the way, there's another playthrough. Don't just think that's all that there. There's Dante's Inferno playthrough. I did like the first 4 stages of it. I could never upload it to the internet. I tried uploading it to YouTube. Back then, they claimed that it was too offensive. Couldn't upload Dante's Inferno. Too offensive for YouTube. So I tried to do it to Vimeo, and it wouldn't even work on Vimeo. It was a piece of shit. So I just gave up on it. I never uploaded the playthrough. I never finished the game, but I did like 3 or 4 levels of it. I never even got through it. Yeah, there might be some hidden gems. Who knows what we're going to find on that. So we got that. But in addition to that, as we were going through the closet today, I got an old external 720p capture device. And I was like, we could just dick around with this, see if we can get it to work. If we get it to work, I'm just curious, what would the videos look like? Like, I could hook it up to the PS5 or to the Xbox Series X and just see what does the footage look like at 720p in an old-ass 10-year-old capture thing. We could fuck with that too, right? Like, we mess around with it. So tomorrow, even though there's no gameplay, we got a good amount of stuff to do. I hope if you just want to chill, if you want to go down memory lane with me and see the old videos to see if they exist, if they still work, do a little commentary on them.
Why didn't you do that tonight, Phil? You could have saved a whole bunch of people time and money if you would have identified that the issue was the graphic card. But no, you don't care about anyone else's time, you don't value anyone else's time, and you don't value anyone else's money. I hope it's not the capture card. I hope it's something bigger. So that you wasted your friends spending God knows how much to overnight you something. You spend money on Amazon that you don't have or claim that you don't have. And I hope it's a bigger problem. And then you're scrounging around for the next week trying to figure out what to do because you can't stream games. Mind you, you can do it on PS5 without any problems, but you're too pig-headed and stubborn and lazy to do it. So, anyway, I'm going to end the video here because it's going long and I think I've had enough of Phil for today, especially with this whole capture saga. So, big ups to Jasper for being the #1 detractor and giving us some cool content. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.